I'll be talking about smartwatches. It's been noticed that at CES 2016, nothing much came in the news of smartwatches. Apart from VR and really large 4K and even 8K displays, nothing was heard from the smartwatch frontier, which leads me to ask the question, do smartwatches have any sort of future in technology? They're touted as this revolutionary leap from smartphones that will become the next device that everyone uses instead of these 4-inch or 5-inch displays that offer pretty much what smartwatches do. But they've been seen as just attachments, it's just these things that leech off the power of smartphones. Let's see whether or not these devices have any sort of future in tech at all. When the original Samsung Galaxy Gear was launched in 2013, many people saw this as a simple gimmick, a tie-in for Samsung to add to the Galaxy Note 3. Now, with the launch of the Apple Watch and other devices from these big smartphone companies, smartwatches took off as this next step in terms of portable technology. That hasn't been the case over the last few months, and many people are wondering whether or not these devices have any form of future in technology. Now, this reminds me of the netbook, which launched in the mid-2000s. The netbook was hyped as this device that would take off from laptops and PCs and make them extra portable devices that can do much more than laptops and PCs. Now, bringing this back to smartwatches, where do they go in terms of innovation? Smartwatches are pretty innovative in the way they handle themselves, but in order for them to leap forward into technology the way many people expect them to, I want them to become much more original, standing away from smartphones and just becoming their own device. Many devices like the Pebble and Fitbit watches do these on their own pretty well. They do connect with your smartphone, but they do not have third-party apps. They receive notifications and can track your fitness in terms of heart rate monitor, hours of sleep, etc, etc. And as for general smartwatches like the Apple Watch or various Android Wear devices, they don't seem to be doing much apart from mirroring your device and even giving you the same fitness tips here and there. And another thing that's concerning me with these devices is third-party app support. Smartwatches don't have much third-party app support. The only app support they do have is just practical mirroring. For example, the WhatsApp Android Wear app is just a mirror device that doesn't really add much to the general experience. You can just simply pull out your phone and reply to a message on your phone. Unlike seeing a notification on your watch, which, well, just pretty much notifies you that you've received a message, you can open it through your phone and even type in a message with Google Now. That doesn't seem to bear much, and you can simply do that with your phone, and it doesn't really help in terms of smartphone battery life, which is a concern in itself. And adding something that leeches off of your smartphone in order for it to function is a rather backhanded approach when it comes to leaps in technology. So with smartwatches, they are a bit of a hit and miss in some ways. They're a hit in terms of a specific niche that they target. They target technologists and fitness buffs who love to take track of their personal health. It's a miss in terms of the general consumer who wants to see this device as something that could help them make their life better in the future. Fitness buffs aside, general consumers won't start jogging or running or start making goals for themselves, but would love to see what a smartwatch could do apart from just receiving notifications or being this fitness tracker. They would love to see it become its own device. They would love to see, I personally would love to see a smartwatch control the television using voice prompts. A smartwatch make calls on its own. There are smartwatches that are available that can do that without the requirement of a smartphone, but the pricing of these devices is rather shocking. Most of them come for as low as $200 and $150 to about as close to $1,000, even surpassing the $1,000 price point. And most of these devices are just mirrors for smartphones. So seeing them as sole technological leaps into the future is a huge gamble if you're a general consumer. But if this device targets you personally, then it's best to go for it. They're fitness buffs who enjoy smartwatches and who like this smartwatch, and they'll go ahead and purchase it. For general consumers, however, smartwatches are just seen as a piece of technology that doesn't really add much, but could add on to additional data charges or even more energy consumption on the phone, which it which smartwatches depend on. So as far as I'm concerned, in terms of smartwatches being their own piece of technology and leaping forward into the future, it's a different story. Do I see smartwatches becoming their own devices? They just have to, in order for them to evolve, in order for them to become these technological revolutions we thought there would be once the Galaxy Gear launched into the market. They have to become their own devices. They should stop leeching off smartphones and just stand alone and become better in the future, for them to have a future. Would I personally buy myself a smartwatch? Yeah, I would just love to see how they work here and there. I'm not saying this because I don't own one. I'm saying this because I want to be convinced to buy a smartwatch in the future, and as it stands, I really am not convinced that this is the next step in technology. Until a few things are improved on and made better for the general consumer, I just do not see smartwatches as being this huge technological leap that many people thought there would be when the Apple Watch was launched, or even when the Galaxy Gear was launched 3 years ago. So thanks guys for watching this video. I will leave links to the various videos added on to this very video. I hope you like, and give me your comments. Do you think yourself that smartwatches have any form of future in technology? This has been Jay from JTech, and I'll see you guys next time.